Okay, today is Monday, August 27th. It's 11:40 in the morning, and I'm making this tape for the court. Um, I intend on playing it in the court because of the fact that I'm deaf, and I have a habit of repeating myself continuously, and I haven't been accommodated since 2008 or 2009, not even a listening device at any time, any place, anywhere. And that I was on December 6th. The company or dispatcher falsified my documents by changing my starting time to 10:30 to 11:15, and my arrival time from December 5th, 2010, from 12:28, I believe it was, till 12:41. Um, I logged out of the tractor on December 5th. Actually, it was December 6th at 12:28 in the morning, and then I had to come back to work at 10:30 in the morning, and it's 10 hours away from the tractor. I had to log out in the driver's room at 12:41, and company policy is that it's 10 hours from the clock, and I always follow company policy and DOT regulation. The fact is that we have to follow two things at one time. Okay, one is DOT regulation that says you're not to be detained from leaving the tractor when you log out of that tractor. You're released from all whatever responsibility. But the company has this company policy that you need to clock out from the driver's room, and it's 10 hours from the driver's room, and the fact that you're in violation because you come in after the 14 hours and it's not being recorded or you're getting paid for the difference unless it's a delay or something, but the miles aren't being recorded. So 99% of the time I don't have a problem with that. But every once in a while I have a senior moment where I clock in late or I don't clock in and I get a verbal warning because of the fact they have a no-fault attendance policy. And the last time I was wrote up was in, I believe it was 2009 and 2010. That was the last occurrence that I had. So long story short, the company or the dispatcher or someone falsified my logs against the Department of Transportation regulation. And my logs were perfect when I left on December 6th at 12:41 from the company time clock. Okay, I had to have 10 hours off. So, but I had 10 hours off from the tractor under Department of Transportation regulation. I didn't do anything wrong. The fact that I clocked in late on the company time clock has nothing to do with the clock in the tractor. There's two different policies. Okay? Now, and I follow them. I don't question anything. Okay? So long story short, one day I came in on December 7th, and I was interrogated when he finished whatever he had to do with me, and I just agreed with him because I don't want to commit insubordination. He told me the shop steward is on his way and told me to sit down. Next thing you know, they told me to go home and wouldn't let me clock out. And then I tried to clock out, but he said no. The shop steward said no. And it doesn't show it on my logs. It doesn't show that I was clocked in on my logs on December 7th, 2010. Now, I clocked in late, supposedly, guys, I really don't remember, but I had a senior moment, and I guess I clocked in late, whatever, because I was double-checking my work to make sure everything was there, and I wasn't sure about anything. When you double-check your job, you always go back and check everything and make sure, and if you haven't done it, you just do it. You don't think about why didn't I do it at the time. You just do it. Make sure you're correct before you leave the property. Well, that's what I did. I checked it. I checked the clock. I don't know, remember if the clock said, oh, you're already clocked in or you're not already. It didn't matter because you only get a verbal warning, right? No fault attendance policy. Okay. I'm going to go on with this tape now.
Good morning. This is Julio Zamora at 1385 El Camino Way in Los Banos, California, 209-829-1787. statement here that regarding the Department of Transportation regulation that the company justifies as well as and makes a statement what is and what isn't under the DOT regulation. I request that it shouldn't be allowed any testimony regarding the Department of Transportation regulation. That in order for it to be introduced, they need a director from DOT or an employee from DOT department who's an authority on Department of Regulation. My life is on the line, so I'm asking the judge to consider it. Okay, due to the fact that I'm being held hostage here in 1385 El Camino Way for false accusations of falsification. Trial because the question needs to be asked. You know, I filed a total of 132 A's for every action that they did towards me. I filed harassment. And the fifth one was here in impairment. The union took the position and agreed with the company on almost 100% of its testimony or whatever it is in the documentation. I don't know about that. They keep citing the CBA rules, this and that, and yet they don't follow it. What I mean by they don't follow it is that they didn't respond in 10 days like they were supposed to, and there's 1,500 employees at Safeway under the Teamster contract. If it's a step two, if it's not certified mail or whatever within 10 days, it's null and void, final and binding. Null and void, final and binding. That's step two. It has to be completed. Okay, they didn't do that. Okay, and they also didn't respond within 10 days by December 25th, 2010. Okay, so that's why I made that statement. The union supports it, and I don't understand that. You know, I didn't do anything wrong. You know, they fired me for falsification. Falsification, the machine is tamper-proof. I should like to note that the machine is tamper-proof. Worse than that, I've been there hired in August 2002. I'll be 10 years in August 2012. And you know what? I got a tractor there with a machine that's tamper-proof, like I said before. And not only that, I've been there 10 years, or going on 10 years, and I've never seen a log. I've never seen one log. Once in a while, they'll give us the logs for the last 5 days, but that's not very often. Okay? So when you go in the morning and you punch it on your computer, which is automated, whether you log in or not, you're on duty automatically for 14 hours, no matter what. It's automatic. You're on duty 10 times, boom, boom, boom. It's automated. Okay? He punches in the rod, boom, boom. It's automated. Okay? My point being is I never seen a log. I come in from work at the end of the day, I don't see the log. The only time you'll ever see a log if there's a log correction. And then, you know, sometimes he just says sign it and that's it. Which he does to me sometimes, like he did once when I couldn't drive anymore. Okay, and he said, well, you could have made it in, right? Well, he's right. I could have made it in if I didn't stop to rest. And I just signed it. I didn't even look at it because it was ridiculous, okay? You know, I don't want to get in a debate with him because I don't want to commit insubordination, so I'm going to keep my mouth shut, just like I did with the dispatcher. Just agreed with everything he had to say. He can say anything he wanted. He didn't accommodate me with a listening device or a shop steward, period, according to the contract. And he knew it was going to be a disciplinary matter, so there was not a matter of asking for a shop steward, which I probably did at the end of all his raving and whatever he was doing, you know, because he was all about December 6, 2010, so he knew what he was going to do before he did it. There was no doubt about it, okay? And the fact is, I never see the logs. I've never seen them. I don't know how I can falsify or alter a log or anything else if I've never seen a log for 10 years. And the fact is, I've never seen a log for 10 years. I hate to repeat myself, but the fact is, on December 6th, which he's accused me of falsifying the logs, there's never been a log correction other than I know of in 10 years except for one, and that's when I was tired and I pulled over. So if I'm guilty of anything, you have to sign the log correction to establish the fact that alter or touch those logs without my permission. It's against the law. Now, I have a machine. A machine doesn't have feet or arms. I'm pertaining to the time clock in the driver's room, which has nothing to do with the computer and the tractor, because the tractor prints out logs to the master computer and an algorithm sheet that shows everything that you're doing minute by minute. But the point is, I have not signed any log correction that says that I falsified anything. They have no document to that effect. So that's my statement. And if they do bring up with something, it's a lie. And I know he was wondering. He says, how do logs get altered if you never see the log? How does the driver do that when it's tamper-proof and put in there by the Department of Transportation to be tamper-proof, so the logs cannot be touched by the driver? He couldn't figure that one out, and I couldn't figure it out. And then I happened to mention that we have a time clock in the driver's room. Okay, and he asked me, why do you have a time clock in the driver's room? I don't know why. They want us to punch in. He said, but you're already on duty when you punch in, and you're under the Department of Transportation for 14 hours. And furthermore, before they test your logs, which they're not supposed to, it's against the law unless they have your permission, that's against the law. Okay? That's falsification. So I left it there, and me and my wife, he said he doesn't want to get involved. The person that said he didn't want to get involved was, we went to the Highway Patrol Office, to the Department of Transportation, and had him look at all the documents. He says I didn't alter the log, and he made the statement, and I have a witness, and so that's where it lies. I don't know what to say. I just gotta make a point of the fact that I never see the logs. And the clock in the driver room has nothing to do with the computer in the tractor. Okay? The tractor is automated. Okay? The tractor prints out logs in the master computer. The time clock doesn't print out logs in the master computer. Need to change my logs from 10:30 to 11:15. The computer in the driver room does not have any authority, even though it's a machine, to change the logs in my tractor when it starts at 10:30. Okay? A computer doesn't talk like a human being. I don't know how they get their wires crossed, okay? But the fact is, I was there on time. And yeah, I had a senior moment to correct about that. But to intend to falsify logs, they need to be corrected. They need to be corrected. Okay? Because of the fact that we have a no-fault attendance policy. It's company policy. It's there. I got rolled up in December 2009 or January 2009. And I got rolled up, and I was on disability, and I got 12 points. And I got a copy of the document. But we don't need to go there, do we? Absolutely not, because Mr. James Williams was supposed to put me back to work when they didn't meet the 10 days like they were supposed to under the contract, null and void, final and binding. And they did that for the 300 other truck drivers or 1,500 employees there, whatever. If it's not within 10 days, they put them back to work and give them the back pay. Now, James Williams knows this, and he should put me back to work and stop holding me hostage here in Los Banos at 1385 El Camino Way and sitting here on duty waiting for a letter or something to be returned to work and go pick up my hearing aid in Turlock, which they have the name and the number of where I'm supposed to go. And it's not a hearing aid that it's a volume control up and down. No, it's a special hearing frequency hearing aid because I don't understand words, letters, and background noise interferes with that. So, that being said, it's a special hearing aid. It's not one that you can buy for $29.95. Okay, now I already bought my first set and I spent a lot of money and it wasn't the right one. And I got a prescription and she knows how to fill it out. So, and the doctor is the one that did the examination and then sent me to her. Okay, and she says, yeah, I can order this. This has to be specially done. And it's not going to be done in one day, okay? It cannot be done in one day. So it's not a volume control type hearing aid. But I'm sure Mr. Williams knows this, right? He's a terminal manager. They're responsible to know all these things. So I'm sure he knows about it. So that's all I'm going to say on that he needs to return me to work. And I think they did all this because of the workman's comp. They want to get out from underneath it, even though there's problems with workman's comp also. So I won't go into that. This is a union matter, and I'll leave it there. I'm not accusing or saying anything about what they should do, what they shouldn't do. I'm just presenting the facts. And I'm asking that I don't have to pay attorney's fees because of their behavior. It's discriminatory. There's no doubt about it. It's absolute. And nobody has spoken to me for 3 years. That's why I'm speaking the way I am now. And then again, I'm not sure if everything is being said due to the fact that I have this hearing impairment. So I know I'm rattling on, but after all, I'm fighting for my life here. What do you mean your life? Like you're going to die or something? No. No. What I mean by my life is that they accuse me of falsification of documents, okay? And I need to be returned to my job so that I can be cleared of all wrongdoing. Be cleared of all wrongdoing so that I can obtain employment. That's why I'm held here hostage. I can't get a job because of the false accusations about me changing the starting time to 10:30 to 11:15 on a document that I never see or have seen in 10 years since I've been there. When I come in off a route, I don't see any logs. So I'm being held hostage here, okay? And I can't get employment. I can't obtain employment. They got me hostage here. I must return and be cleared of all wrongdoing by them making a law correction in the remark section according to Department of Transportation regulation. And that's the only way it can be fixed. It's got to have a law correction. So there's no record of it. Okay? So I can't obtain employment until that's done. Now James Williams knows all this. So this must be all intentional because I've been off work for so long. And this is July 2012. Imagine that, since December 7th, 2010 to July 2012. And I'm sitting here as a hostage and unable to obtain employment because of the way they sent me home on December 7th for the accusations on December 6th, 2010. I can't obtain employment. I gotta be returned to work. And James Williams knows this. And so why he's doing this, I don't know. So somebody needs to find out why. You know, I mean, Myla Sadler violated the 10-day rule within 10 days. They violated it 3 times, so there's no excuse for their behavior. So I'm going to say it's discriminatory, et cetera, and leave it there. 100 miles to work, and I've already been off work due to 6 months. I drove there to work, right? And he says, oh, you can't work on your day off. I think it's kind of peculiar that I should be treated indifferent. But as they say, you gotta take the lumps with the bumps, right? So I just moving right on, and here I am with nothing. My life was on the line. So that's up for the judge to decide what's the proper recourse, but I need to be returned to work right now. And as far as those other issues, that's for the judge to decide what to do, but I'm also asking for them to safely pay the attorney's fees according to the law, federal law, the Disability Act that was amended by the United States Congress of America. If they have a problem with that law, that amendment, like I said, if they have a problem with the Disability Act and that law and that amendment, then they need to take it to the Supreme Court. They can't take it to the Supreme Court. They got to take it to Congress to resolve their complaint. Because I have the same issue going on with the Teamster Union. And James Williams knows that he should return me to work, so I'm just thinking it's discrimination. So that's why I brought up the Disability